Hey guys, Steve here, singledadfitdad.com. Thanks for watching. Today I want to talk about your quality of life. This is something that I've touched on in the past. I shot a video about taking a hard look at your quality of life, I don't know, maybe a month ago or so. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was a few things that you can do, a few specific things that you can do to make your quality of life better. Now, when I talk about your quality of life, I'm talking about your day-to-day happiness and fulfillment. Okay, we all have jobs, we all have obligations, bills, we have stress, we have drama, we have our ex-wives, we have all that shit, right? All that stuff is, part of our life. So, those are not things that are going to go away. So by letting all those things control us, right, it's allowing us to have a lower quality of life. So, what I've done, and to be honest, I feel like my quality of life is really good. Maybe on a scale from 1 to 10, it's probably a 9. Other than the stress that I have dealing with my ex and some things that are going on with my kids, my quality of life is fantastic. And it wasn't always this way. Actually, it was horrible. I recently posed a question on Facebook asking you guys what your quality of life was, and I got a lot of 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, and there are a few 9s and 10s and a couple of 20s in there. But anyway, so the general consensus was average or below average. Okay, and that's not okay. Living by your standards, at a 3, that is no way to live. And I say that honestly because I lived at a 2 or 3 for a long time. I'm talking years, a decade, where I would honestly say, my quality of life is terrible, okay? And it was such a waste. So anyway, there are some things that I've implemented into my life that have really, really helped, and that's kind of what I want to share with you today, okay? So the first one, first off, being a good person, in my opinion, is really important. That's just having a good heart. I don't think that it's something that you're not born with. So if you're not inherently a good person, I can't say just be a better person, because deep down, and I don't know you, but there are some people that just are not naturally good people by nature. I don't think that's a learned skill. I think that it's something that's deep within you to be a good person. But not judging or anything like that, but I think in most cases it comes down to 2 is being a better person. So a lot of us, and I know a lot of us, are dealing with exes that we don't consider to be good people, and they're using manipulation and a lot of other tactics to pull at our heartstrings with our kids, and it's tough. It's really tough. And in those cases, I'm saying be a better person than her, or in any situation really, whether it's your job. I had a boss for years that was a terrible person, and so I was forced to become a better person in that situation, and that's really going to help. Okay, leaving all those negative emotions, anger, hate, frustration, resentment, all bitterness, all those things are lumped in, and they're part of our lives, right? I have all those emotions as well, but moving past those was a really, really important step for me to just relax, feel better, and start enjoying my life, And there are times, of course, that I feel like I'm holding on to some of those emotions, and they weigh me down. And I know they probably do the same for you, is you feel like there's a lead, vest on you when you're harboring all those negative emotions, and it just sucks the life right out of you. So, find a way to really let that go. I talk to people, I get it off my chest, I share my thoughts with other people as a way of kind of removing that burden from me. So I suggest, you trying something similar as well. When you're with your kids, be with your kids. Okay, it's so easy to forget about every precious moment we have with them, and I'm not saying this happens a lot, but it does happen where we'll have them, and we want to keep doing what we're doing, right? We're thinking about I want to do this, I want to watch a football game, I want to go out with my buddies, or I want to do this. So we use a TV as a babysitter, or we'll tune out, and my suggestion, and I'm not perfect with this by any means, but when you're with them, literally be in the moment with them. And I honestly, this is recent too, is I've really, literally every time that I'm with them, I just think constantly about how can I make this, the best experience for us together. It's just constantly running through my mind is I only have a couple days a week with them. I cannot waste any time. I just want to be with them and make it the best possible relationship building time that I can. So I would just ask you to be mindful of that as well. It's really helped. Getting outside has always been a huge one for me. A lot of you guys don't have the luxury that I have where, I train outside, I work outside, I train my clients outside. So I'm outdoors a lot, and it's does wonders for the mind, for the soul, for your peace, all that stuff. So if you don't have the luxury of doing that and you're stuck in an office or whatever, you're working for 10, 12 hours a day, do the best you can with trying to schedule breaks, get outside, take a walk on lunch break, before work, after work, do what you can, but there's something about just being outside, preferably, in a nice setting where there's water, a lake, a pond, a stream, woods, maybe you can sit and watch the mountains or something like that. But really important for helping with the quality of life, just getting outside and relaxing in nature. All right, this one's obvious here, train your ass off, eat well, and take care of your body. I mean, just be smart, make smart choices. I'm not saying that you have to do everything perfectly. Just stop beating your body up. Stop stopping for that donut, or stop, going to Wendy's for lunch. Be smart about it. Get to the gym or do some exercise, and just put good things in your body. And you'll notice that over time, you're going to feel way better. I know it sounds obvious, but most people don't do it. Okay. And last one, this is something that's really important to me as well, is just giving more than you take. Just something to think about. People inherently are selfish. Everybody is putting themselves first, right? So it's not just like with any, piece of sales or marketing, they always tell you, people don't give a shit, what you want. People care what they want, and that's just human nature. So I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about trying to be mindful of giving more and thinking about, what can I do for this person? What can I do for this person versus what's in it for me? And it's kind of a mindset shift, but one that's really helped me try to think of, okay, yes, I would love to do this, this, and this, but that's not necessarily what's going to help somebody else. And this is, something that's really important for this business as well. On Single Dad Fit Dad is, sure, I'd love to talk about all these certain things. I'd love to be narcissistic about certain things, but I always think about, what's the benefit for the person reading this, or is this really going to help them if I produce this piece of content or shoot this video, and to a greater extent, just trying to, I guess, from an altruistic standpoint, just being able to give more back to, society or people, whatever you have. But anyway, so that's kind of a long way of saying, quality of life, so important. Don't let it slip. Don't say, I'll start working on some things later. Just start doing the things you can today, and to really live a more, fulfilling and happy life. And that's what it's really all about. So anyway, guys, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.